Okay, good morning. Am I audible, all of you?
Morning, sir. Yeah, sir.
Screen sharing is visible. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನು? ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ. ಯಾರು ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಮ್ಮ? ವಾಯ್ಸ್, ಆಡಿಯೋ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಎರಡು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆನಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಕಾಣಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
So now I will start without wasting any time. Okay. So in the last class we have discussed viscosity. In that, two types of viscosity we have discussed: dynamic viscosity and kinematic viscosity. Please, all of you, take a book and a pen so that you can solve the problem. Are you ready with a book and pen, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then note down the problem, all of you. If density of the liquid is 837 kg per meter cube and kinematic viscosity is 1.73 Stokes, find a specific weight, specific gravity, and specific volume and coefficient of viscosity. This is what they have given the problem. Okay. Density of
Yes,
the
sir.
liquid 837 kg per meter cube. They have given. Okay. Now you see that this is density of the fluid 837 kg per meter cube. While writing itself, you have to verify the units also, whether they have given in a proper unit, SI unit, or they have given in some other systems of units, so that we can change according to the SI unit. So 837 kg per meter cube, density of the liquid. Next one, you see that they have given kinematic viscosity as 1.73 Stokes. They have given 1.73 Stokes means 1.73 into 10 to the power of minus 4. This is 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay. So I have told you 1 Stoke is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter square per second. Stokes is in CGS unit, that we have to convert it into SI unit. That is, SI unit of Stokes is meter square per second. It is kinematic viscosity, not a dynamic viscosity. Okay, so kinematic. Dynamic viscosity means meter square per second. Now what you have to find out? So you have to find out the specific weight. Okay, then you need to find out the specific gravity of the liquid. Okay, and you need to find out specific volume of the liquid and dynamic viscosity of the liquid. See, specific weight will be in terms of Newton per meter cube. Okay, specific weight is nothing but weight by volume, and specific gravity is dimensionless. It is the density of the standard fluid divided by, sorry, density of the given fluid divided by density of the standard fluid, or weight density of the sample fluid divided by weight density of the given fluid. Next, specific volume of the liquid. So small v in terms of meter cube per kg, it is the reciprocal of the density. Okay, so this you can directly find out by using 1 over 837 kg per meter cube. Next, dynamic viscosity of the liquid. So dynamic viscosity mu. So mu also you need to find out, because nu is given. We know that nu is equal to mu by rho. That equation we know already. Okay. So please use that equation. What is that equation? Kinematic viscosity nu is equal to mu by rho. Using that equation, so you have rho, you have nu, find out mu. Mu is equal to nu into rho. So using this equation, you can find out the dynamic viscosity of the liquid. So this is what they have given. Now you see that specific weight. So specific weight, how to find out the specific weight? First you have to calculate that portion. So how to calculate that? So nu is equal to rho into g. This we have already discussed. Specific weight is nothing but it is the product of density into acceleration due to gravity. So just convert kg per meter cube to Newton per meter cube. That's all. That's all. So in order to do that, kg meter per second square, you have to multiply, so that kg per meter cube will convert it to Newton per meter cube. So rho into g, 837 into 9.81, which is equal to 8210.90 Newton per meter cube. Okay. Next, specific gravity. It is a dimensionless parameter. We have two methods, either by using the weight density of the liquid, you can calculate the specific gravity, or by using the density of the liquid, you can also calculate the specific gravity. Now first method is by specific weight, second one is by density. Both are correct. So here I have solved both. Specific weight of the liquid is 8210, whereas specific weight of the water is 1000 into 9.81, that is 9810. Okay. So now you see 8210 divided by 9810 will gives you the specific gravity 0.837. It's a dimensionless parameter. Similarly, rho liquid by rho water. Density of the liquid given in the problem as 837 and density of water is 1000. We know that it is a standard fluid. So that also gives you the same values. So you can use either this method or this method, so that both the answers are same. Okay. So first answer is over, specific weight. Second answer is also over. Now go for the third one, specific volume. Specific volume is the reciprocal of density. Now 1 over 837. 837 is the density they have given. So that will gives you 1.1847 into 10 to the power of -3 meter cube per kg. So that is small v of the liquid. That is specific volume of the liquid. Meter cube per kg. It is very simple. It is the reciprocal of density. So 1 over density will gives you the specific volume. Last one is dynamic viscosity. Dynamic viscosity equation, we can use kinematic viscosity to find out dynamic viscosity, as I have told you. Okay. So mu is equal to nu into rho, or nu is equal to mu by rho. So using these two equations, okay, you can find out the value of the dynamic viscosity. That is rho liquid is 837 kg per meter cube multiplied by the kinematic viscosity 1.73 into 10 to the power of -4. Why this 10 to the power of -4? In order to convert 1.73 Stokes into what? Meter square per second. That is the unit of kinematic viscosity. So 1.73. When you multiplied with 10 to the power of -4, then Stokes will be converted into SI units. CGS unit Stokes is converted into SI unit, meter square per second of kinematic viscosity. So after simplifying this one, so you'll get mu liquid, that is dynamic viscosity of the liquid, as 0.1448 Newton second per meter square. Okay, so this is the unit of the dynamic viscosity. So in order to, so what is the CGS unit of this one? That will be Poise. Generally, when we solve, we keep it in a SI units. Therefore, I'll use Newton second per meter square. Next problem. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಪ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಹಲೋ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆನಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದೆ.
ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದೆನಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Where are the others?
Yes,
Only
sir.
8 students are appearing to the class every day. I am taking the screenshot of your name. Please inform your friends to attend the classes. Okay.
Yes sir.
Okay. Then note down the next problem. So this is the next problem. A shaft of 100 millimeter diameter moves in a sleeve of length 350 millimeter at a speed of 0.4 meter per second under the application of 250 Newton force in the direction of motion. Now, a shaft of 100 millimeter diameter. There is a shaft. You can refer the figure. The diameter of the shaft is 100 millimeter. It moves in a sleeve. Sleeve moves means it rotates in a sleeve. The sleeve length is 350 millimeter. So this is the sleeve length, 350 millimeter. So this moves at a speed of 0.4 meter per second. So this one with a rotational speed of 0.4 meters per second. So it is moving under the application of 250 Newton force. So there is a 250 Newton force on the shaft. Okay, in the direction of motion. So it is that force is in the direction of motion. You can call that one as a tangential force also. If the clearance between the shaft and sleeve is 0.08 millimeter, now this is the clearance. Can you see this clearance? So here and here there is a clearance. How much? It is very small, less than a millimeter, that is 0.08 millimeter. Calculate the viscosity of the lubricating oil filled in the gap. So in this clearance there is a oil. So for the lubrication purpose we have put some oil. Okay, for that oil, what is the viscosity that we have to calculate? If the applied force is increased to 1500 Newton, what will be the speed of the sleeve? So here in the problem there is one more thing they have given. Up to here it is one problem, that is calculate the viscosity of the lubricating oil. So up to here it is a one problem. Okay, if the applied force is increased to 1500 Newton, so earlier it was only the force is how much? 250 Newton. Now the force is increased to 1500 Newton in the second case. Now when force is increased, what will be the speed of the sleeve? So earlier they have given the speed of the sleeve as 0.4 meter per second. This is for the first case. Now he's changing the force and asking us to calculate what will be the speed of the sleeve. So that you have to solve. So this is the schematic diagram, and this diagram will not be given. You have to imagine this diagram and you have to write this diagram by your own. Now you see that this is the shaft 100 millimeter. This is the sleeve 350 millimeter. Okay, there is a clearance 0.08. Okay, and there is a force. Okay, 250 Newton force in the direction of motion. So in the movement direction. So there is a force acting 250 initially. Now write down all the things. Diameter 100 millimeter. The first step itself, you have to solve always in this way. Solution in that given to find these things. Most of the students do not have the habit of writing all these things. Please cultivate so that it will be easier for you to what they have given and what you have to find out. Okay. Now diameter is 100 millimeter. So while writing this given data, here itself you convert it into appropriate SI units. Now it is in millimeter, convert it into meter. So for that 100 into 10 to the power of -3 meter, that is shaft diameter. Next L 350 millimeter, that is 350 into 10 to the power of -3 meter, sleeve length. Next U 0.4 meter per second, that is shaft speed. Okay, so shaft speed is 0.4 meter per second. So they have given in the problem that I have taken as capital U. Force 250 Newton, that also in appropriate SI units they have given. Okay, clearance I will take it as a small d, 0.08 millimeter they have given. So therefore 0.08 into 10 to the power of -3 meter clearance I have converted. What to find out? Viscosity of the oil, mu oil I need to find out. This is the first answer. In the second case, I have to change this force from 250 Newton to the 1500 Newton, and speed I have to calculate. So force I have to change, speed I have to calculate. But already in the first case, whatever the dynamic viscosity of the oil I have found, that I can use it directly here. Okay. Now you see that so these are the equations I am using. First one, tau is equal to mu into du by dy, Newton's law of viscosity. Shear stress is equal to dynamic viscosity of the oil multiplied by the rate of shear strain, or tau is proportional to du by dy. Shear stress is proportional to the rate of shear strain. Now tau is what? Shear stress, force by area. Mu is what? Dynamic viscosity. I'll keep this one as it is. Okay. Now du by dy I'll keep as it is. Now I'll rearrange this equation. I'll take this one on towards the left. Mu oil is equal to this. When you take it on the left side, this will become dy by du into F by A. So dy is nothing but distance. The distance is nothing but thickness. So dy is nothing but distance between the shaft and sleeve, that is nothing but thickness of the oil T. Du is nothing but the velocity U. And force I'll keep it F as it is, and area I will take it as pi dl. Why this pi dl? Now you see that this is the shaft. I am writing a figure here. Okay, this is the shaft. Now this shaft has a diameter, let us say d. This is the diameter d. This one will have, is the length. Now this is the circumferential area, or curved surface will be in contact with the sleeve. So this curved surface, in order to find the area of this curved surface, okay, I am using this equation pi dl. I should not use this circular surface, because this curved surface is in contact with the sleeve. So that's why for that area I need to use the equation pi d into l. Pi d represents what? Circumference. So this circumference is pi d, okay, multiplied by the length will gives you the area. Therefore I'll use this equation pi d into length. Now after this, substitute all the values. Thickness as substitute all the values. Thickness as 0.0 8 into 10 to the power of minus 3, U as 0.4 meter per second, force 250 Newton given, pi value pi, diameter 100 into 10 to the power of minus 3, length 350 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So therefore, dynamic viscosity of oil, after simplifying the above equation, I got 0.4547 Newton second per meter square. So this is the answer I'll get. Okay. Now, in the second case, as I told you, I have to change the force. Force value I have to change for 1500 Newton. Okay. So after changing the force value, I have to calculate the U, that is speed. But dynamic viscosity I have found as 0.4547 Newton second per meter square in the previous section. That as it is, I will use. Now again the same equation, tau oil is equal to mu into du by dy, that is force by area is equal to mu into mu into du by dy. So whereas force by area pi dl, again same, mu oil into u by t, du will be u, dy will be t. Now rearranging, I need u now. Rearranging this equation, u is equal to force by pi dl multiply by t towards left side, it will go to the numerator, mu towards left side, it will go to the denominator. Rearranging, it will become thickness divided by mu oil. Substitute all the values. For this case, force will be 1500, pi dl will be same, pi into 100 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, and length will be 350 into 10 to the power of minus, sorry, 350 into length will be 350 into 10 to the power of minus 3 or plus 3. 1 minute. So length is minus 3, not plus. Please make the correction here. So it is 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay. So 350 into 10 to the power of minus 3 and thickness 0.08 into 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by mu oil, what you have found in the previous part. That is first part of this problem. Substituting all these values, you will get the answer U is equal to 2.4 meter per second. So this is the answer. Okay. So with this, I will complete this problem and we shall proceed to the next one. Okay. So this is the next problem. Here, a thin square plate 0.5 millimeter, 0.5 meter into 0.5 meter, means half meter into half meter, is placed horizontally in the middle of a gap of a height 2.5 centimeter. So this plate is placed horizontally in the gap of height 2.5 centimeter. So there is a gap. In that gap, so it is placed at a height of 2.5 centimeter. The gap is filled with oil of viscosity 2 poise. So that gap what they have given, 2.5 centimeter gap, is filled with the oil. The oil viscosity is 2 poise and plate is pulled at a constant velocity of 0.1 meter per second. Now when the plate is pulled with this velocity 0.1 meter per second, it moves. Find the force on the plate. So we have to find F, force on the plate. Now the gap is filled with another oil, but the plate is placed at a distance of 0.5 centimeter from one surface of the gap. So up to here there is a one problem. Next he is changing the oil. So but he has not told what is the viscosity of the oil. Another oil means viscosity will change, and position of the plate has also changed. That is, now it is placed 0.5 centimeter from one of the surface of the gap. The plate is pulled with the same velocity. Now the velocity is same, that is 0.1 meter per second. Okay, for the second case also, force on the plate will also remain same, that is force I need to find out in the first case what I have got, that force will also remain same. Find the viscosity of the new oil, means after changing the oil, he is changing the position of the plate, but force remains same. Okay, so therefore we have to find out what will be the viscosity of the oil. Okay, now this is the figure I will write. This is the plate. Plate area is 0.5 into 0.5. This is given in the problem. Okay. Now this is placed centrally. Means in this 2.5 centimeter, it is placed middle. 1.25 centimeter from the bottom side and 1.25 centimeter from the top side. This is a negligible thickness plate. Okay. Of area 0.5 into 0.5. Now this is pulled with some force. So that force is how much? That we have to find. Okay. Here area is given. Height of the gap is given. That is 2.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 or 2.5 centimeter. Area of the plate is given. 0.5 into 0.5, that is 0.25 meter square. Next, viscosity of the oil is given 2 poise, that is 2 into. Okay, so how to convert poise to the Pascal second? That is, you have to multiply with the 2, that is 2 into 10 to the power of 2 into 10 Pascal seconds, dynamic viscosity of the oil. And U is velocity 0.1 meter per second. In the first case, find out the force and oil. Okay, so find out the force on the oil. In the second case, so viscosity of the new oil you have to find out. Okay, for this force, viscosity of the oil you have to find out. So I'll use the same equation. Tau is equal to mu into du by dy. Tau is what? Shear stress, force by area. Mu oil, I'll keep it as it is. Okay, and then du by dy, I will keep it as it is. Rearranging, I'll this equation. A, I'll take it on the right side. Therefore, force is equal to mu into du by dy into A. So mu into du is nothing but u, dy is nothing but y into A. So mu is nothing but 2 divided by 10. So it is not 2 into 10, it's 2 divided by 10. Sorry, I have made a mistake here. This is 2 divided by 10. In order to convert poise to the Pascal second, we have to multiply with 1 by 10, not 10, it is 1 by 10. Okay. So now you see that 2 divided by 10 is converted from poise to Newton second per meter square. U is 0.1. So velocity is 0.1 meter per second. They have given. Y is 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So why it is 1.25? Because you see that total gap is how much? So total gap they have it is given as 2.5 centimeter. Okay, but from the plate on one side the distance is 1.25. Therefore I have to take 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Shear force on any one face I will calculate. Okay, so therefore 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 2 is the gap where oil is present between this surface and plate, and area of the plate is 0.25. Now this above value of the forces indicate that amount of force required on one side of the plate. So this is to overcome shear force on one side of the plate. On the other side again it is the same thing, same situation is there. Therefore whatever the force answer 0.4 Newton I got, I have to multiply with the 2, because you need to overcome two shear forces acting on the two surfaces. Therefore 2 into force 0.4, that is 2F is equal to 0.8 Newton. Means the total force acting on the plate is how much? It is 0.8. So first calculate force on one plate, one side, Next you calculate, you multiply with the 2, this will become shear force required on the both the surfaces to overcome the shear force. Next, change the position of the plate, means 0.5 centimeter on one side and 2 centimeter on the other side. Okay, so when you change the position, you see that it is nearer here on one side, and another side 2 centimeter distance is there, or oil gap is filled with the oil. Now find out two different forces, F1 and F2. Earlier it is F multiplied by 2. Now there are two different forces because the gap has changed. Using the same equation, mu new oil, because oil also changed, he has changed the oil, mu new oil du by dy into A. Again mu new oil, okay, into u by y. So this is u by y into A. So u is given, same velocity as mentioned, I'll use the same thing. Y is 2 centimeter. So here I'll use this one first. Okay. After that, in the second case, I will use this one. U is nothing but, y is nothing but 2 centimeter. So the above force I am calculating, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into area, it remains same, 0.25. But again here new oil viscosity is not given. So I'll just keep this equation as F1 is equal to 1.25 times of mu new oil. New oil viscosity, I'll keep it as it is. Next, force acting on the lower face you have to calculate. This is F1 on this face you have done. So similar way, F2 also calculate with the same method. Now mu new oil u by y into A. So u is same what you have used here, and here y changes. Earlier it was 2 centimeter, now become 0.5 centimeter, that is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into area is also same. Now F1 is what? Now F1 also 5 times of my new oil. So these are the things I got. So F1 and F2 values I got now. So using these F1 and F2 values, there are two equations and two unknowns. So when there are two equations and two unknowns, you can calculate the unknowns. Okay. Now you see that. So total force acting on the plate is F1 into F2. Total force acting on the plate is what? F1 and F2. So you have already the equations for the F1 and F2. F1 is what? 1.25 times of my new oil. Okay. And F2 is what? 5 times of plus 5 times of my new oil. Total will be 6.25 times of my new oil. So 6.25 times of new oil will be equal to 0.8. How it will be? It is given that the total force on the plate remains same. So earlier case we have found total force. So force on one side is 0.4 in the first case, multiplied with the 2 forces on the two sides of the plate will be 0.4 we got. In the problem he has told total force remains same. So it is only the sharing, how much the F1 has share in the total force and F2 has a share in the total force, that ratio we have found. So 6.25 of new oil multiplied by new oil density will be 0.8. Therefore density of the new oil divided by is equal to 0.8 divided by 6.25. So density of the new oil will become 0.128 Newton second per meter square. So please note that this is a very important problem. Okay, so in most of the exams this type of this problem has appeared. So please take care and practice these varieties of problems. So in the in your assignments. Okay, so with this already time is running out. Yesterday also at 40 minutes it has turned off. Okay, and I have uploaded the same video but it is still processing. So today also I have recorded the video. I will upload this one in your YouTube, and the link I will share. Okay, So please go through this video, and those who are absent, please ask them to attend the classes. This is the last video I'll upload in the YouTube, and from now onwards I am not going to upload in the YouTube, because students think that anyway it is in the YouTube, later also we can go through it. Therefore I will not upload the next video onwards in the YouTube. Okay, you have to attend only online classes. Is it clear? Okay, any doubts of today's class? Hello,
No, sir.
clear idena?
Yes, sir.
Once again you practice in the evening these problems. Okay, and I will give you the notes also. And if any doubts are there, please note down, and you can ask me the doubts at any time in the chat box. I'll reply to that. Okay, so with this I'll wind up now. Thank you very much.